Good morning. Uh, Birthday sir and our old alumni Darshan and dear students. Fees for design thinking if you want. The same course will cost you 10 lakh. We don't have time, so we are doing it in a hurried way. Otherwise, we would be starting such kind of courses in our Innovation and Incubation Foundation. It will last for 6 months, it will last for 3 months. And the purpose is that you have to empathize. Empathize means understand what exactly you are supposed to do for a particular vertical. Darshan must have introduced you to in a very effective manner because he is in the field for last so many years. But what I am expecting from you, that everybody should think about a single vertical in which you can do something for our own country under Atmanirbhar Bharat or Swavalambi Bharat. Identify, I am not expecting that there are thousands of fields in which you can work. I am expecting you to work in a single field that you like most. जो आपको दिल से लगता है कि मुझे इसमें काम करना है, वो फील्ड चूज करो today, right now. By the end of this workshop, I am expecting that everybody should identify one area. We have identified certain thrust areas. If you go to our Innovation and Incubation Foundation, just below this, on the ground floor, you will find that we have areas like agriculture, robotics, automation, we have energy, we have electric vehicles, I'm not expecting that you should work in all these fields. Identify one area in which you should do something by identifying the pain areas of that particular vertical and work for those pain areas to resolve it and develop a product.
Senior Professor in Mechanical Engineering and also the Director of our RACOE IIF. Our today's expert, my student of Mechanical Engineering, Darshan Yadav, and all friends who are enthused to attend this particular workshop. I know that we are going through a very hectic academic from Monday 8:30, 9:30 to Friday, right? So Saturday normally, correct? So normally Saturday, this kind of workshops are definitely recommended, expected, right? Friends, I will tell you what is the background of this workshop. Last time I requested in fact Darshan also to have interaction because I know him that when he completed his graduation from RSOE Mechanical, he did his M.Tech in product design from MIT. And for a long time he was working with Godrej and presently is working with the Deloitte system. He has a wide experience in product development. He is a student like you, only very average, but the kind of professional career he has experienced, right? He's always behind me. In fact, I will tell you that, sir, I want to do something for our student because when I was in college, I was not able to understand how the product development is there. Now, friends, probably you may have a question that everybody is talking about product development. What is this product development is all about? I will tell you how the expectations of the industries are changing day by day. When we graduated in 90s, I'm a graduate of 1999. That time the criteria was only the academics. I remember when I was in final year 99, I'm the topper of the college. So the expectations from industry is only the academic score. So I got my first place in DMAT company. I think many of you are knowing. And they said that, sir, we want, when they came for the placement, they said we want your three toppers, that's all. So I was first, second and third. So we three got selected in DMAT and our journey started. Later on, if you look at the in-between time, the industry are expected that the student, apart from academics, they should also work with the projects, right? So many industries now they are expecting that student to do small project, major project, minor projects, so that project will give them an experience how do the work environment there in the industries. Correct? So how do the teams get informed from mechanical, from background, from electrical background? Because after my post graduation, I work with Cummins on different projects. So I know that what is the industry culture. Now the expectation from the industries are different. From project now they are expected that the student must be able to develop the product. So see the journey, academic requirement getting transformed into the project, and now project to product. Okay, so if your engineering journey ends up with a product development, nothing will be like that. Because now India has started recognizing the importance of how the product development is there, because at the end what industries are coming out with the innovative product. Okay, so if you take any example, you take example of automotive, you take example of our domestic appliances, whatever it may be. So everywhere value addition into the product, or I can say coming out with the innovative products, that is basically keep the market all the time burning. Okay, so the idea of this workshop is that Darshan, when we are discussing for quite long time, a month, is how we can take it actually. So what should be the session and how we can make this particular workshop more of a hands-on. Okay, so my request to all of you is that please enjoy it. Whatever your questions are there, ask to Darshan. Whatever best you can do in the available resources, please do it, and make sure that when you end up today, you will take something which is related to the product development. Okay, Lakle sir will put a more focus on what our college is doing for providing the support for you people for the product development. Okay, so I will just end with my a great thanks to my student, my friend I can say now, Darshan, for sparing his time, and I'm sure that definitely this day will be going to be a great day for you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Teachers and my dear friends, I, Shruti Shirpurkar, and my friend Dhruti Joshi, students of second year Automation and Robotics at JSPM Rajarshi Shahu College of Engineering, Tathawade, Pune, welcomes you all to the one-day workshop on crafting creativity, a design workshop. We are fascinated to see such a diverse and talented groups of individuals gathered here today.
Today, we embark on a journey to explore the intricacies of product development. In our fast-paced world where innovation drives success, it is imperative for businesses to stay ahead of the curve. This workshop aims to equip you with the tools that is User Experience Designer since 2023. We are honored to have you, sir. Now I kindly request sir to speak a few words.
Maybe this is too tall for me to step up. Somebody who is elderly will not be able to step, this easily. Maybe need one more step. When I enter, everybody gave an applause. These two ladies gave a nice speech about myself. So this all gave me a very nice experience. Okay. Now, was this anywhere related to digital apps? No. But still there was an experience, and this was a very good experience. Now experience can be good, it can be bad, it can be neutral, but it is not restricted to digital products, or it is not restricted to web or apps. Experience will come everywhere. Now let's take one by one example. If we are talking about also a product, you can be designer for any service. Parking allocation is a service. What I am doing today is not a product, I am doing a service. I am trying to explain you guys what a product should be, what a product design should be, and what should be the process, or what should be the methods. So this is also service. So after this session, you can either get a good experience or a bad experience. I am hoping for a good experience. So after this, you can get a good experience that counts as a user experience, because you guys are the user of whatever is happening today. This is not a physical product, but a service or a session. Okay. So what I'll do is, I have a very brief presentation, I'll try to show it to you guys. Can you put it here? And I try to take you through very typical or very what can we say as an okay. So this is a very typical presentation which will explain you what are the steps or what we generally do for any design process. Okay, so okay, so you guys might be thinking itna bhi pata nahi kaise use karte, but I am into this system. Okay, so what is a design process? So it is a very systematic approach to problem solving that involves understanding user needs, generating ideas, building prototypes, and testing solutions. This is very theoretical, but I guess this explains that any design process involves a very systematic approach. Okay, it can't be that you feel you come inside the campus, there is no parking, and then you say that okay, we should have automation, or we should have a person to sit besides the person and tell him where to go and park. That is not feasible. So we don't directly jump to conclusions. There is a process, and there is a very systematic process. So anything that involves a very systematic process, and that process includes understanding user needs. Now user's need in this case was, what was my need when I entered the campus? Find a parking, right? So understanding that user need is very important. Now in most cases we can get distracted and we can get diverted that okay, no, we should have more parking, we should have multi-level parking, but that's not the issue. Having more parkings is not a solution. Finding the parking, locating the parking is the requirement. So identifying the exact problem is important. Generating ideas. Once we understand what is the exact problem, next step is generating ideas. Then there can be thousands of ideas. If we start counting now, there are around 100 students. So each one can get one idea. We can have 100 ideas, but we can't use all of them because most of them would be common. And let's say out of 100 we get 50 common ideas but 50 unique ideas. Then out of those 50 unique ideas we need to understand which idea is applicable or which is more suitable, which is more practical. Okay, and then the next step is building prototypes. Now prototypes understanding is different for everyone. So a mechanical or a robotics automation student would say prototype form is fabrication, building plastic, metal parts, connecting together, going to workshop, using lathes, milling machine, and building something. For an IT person, it might be something that is clickable, that is seen on the screen. That can be something for an IT person. And the last thing is testing solutions. So once we build those prototypes, we need to test them on the users. We need to validate them. That is it working correctly. So even in mechanical field, we have testing methods. We have quality department. There we check if the product meets the design specifications. Is it as per the requirement? So that is internal testing, but this testing is the user testing, where the user would actually go through the product, give it a try, and then validate it that is it suitable, is it working perfectly, is it not. Okay. Now I'll go through each step one by one. Now this process includes empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test in that sequence. Does anyone know what is empathize or empathy? Anybody? Empathy. Whoever gives answers gets a chocolate. Nobody? Okay. Anyone knows the word sympathy? Okay. I heard a lot of yes in this. So tell me, what is sympathy? What do you understand? Anybody who doesn't understand Marathi? Who said yes? Who said yes? And yes from this side.
Sympathy means taking Sanubuddhi. Like मेरे साथी को इतना बुरा हो रहा है.
Now he said Sahanubhuti.
Sahanubhuti is translation. So I'll explain its meaning. What is sympathy is, you say, बुरा हो गया, वही जाते रहते. That is sympathy. That is Sahanubhuti. Or when somebody fails, you say, raise the hand. Nobody wants to understand. So workshop आगे नहीं बढ़ेगा. You want to understand empathy? Come here. He has a very
Based problem as such, very specific. You are going to the solution. We'll first identify the problem. Okay. Now, weights of gaming laptops and animating laptops is a very genuine problem. Gaming laptops are heavy, but do you have any idea what is the weight of the laptop? Any rough idea? 2.5. Okay. But now, if you do some research, you can find Asus VivoBook Pro is a gaming laptop, and it weighs around 1.6 to 1.7 kgs. So there are few laptops which are lightweight but has dedicated graphics card and can be used for gaming. So this is one part which is partially resolved, but there are other gaming laptops which are heavy. Infinite energy, this is not a problem statement, so not qualified. Piezoelectric effect is again not a problem statement, this is a technology or an application. Management of e-waste is again not a problem. Problem is maybe there is garbage around or there is overpiling of waste. That can be a problem statement. So management of e-waste is like a topic but not a problem statement. Shopping trolley can be a problem that okay, we need to push it manually, but then that is something which is very minimal effort. We can't have everything in automation. Tomorrow we'll start thinking कि okay, breathing also should be automated, पानी भी automatic अंदर जाना चाहिए. So we can't have too much expectations, but we can see this. But in Indian scenario, we have overcrowded malls and shopping centers where applying this is slightly difficult. So we have to do it manually. Traffic lights is a very old problem statement. This has never been implemented, but it's implemented in Western countries where there is automation based on traffic density. The light duration stays on and off, green and red. And spotting in the gym is, yes, one of the problem, but there is a partial solution for this. If you try to do pull-ups, we have assisted pull-ups where you can add counterweights. If you're trying to do squats, if you're trying to do barbell press, Smith machines have assisted in the rack. So I know this because I go to gym. So we have in some way help over there. You can also use resistance bands to add the counterweights. So in a way it does help. But yeah, we can think over this. Now which team is remaining?
सर माझ्यासोबत म्हणजे एक इन्सिडेंट झाला होता. त्याच्यावरून मी ते प्रॉब्लेम डिराईव्ह केला की म्हणजे माझी आजी जेव्हा आजारी होती तेव्हा म्हणजे तिला हार्ट अटॅक आला होता. त्या सिच्युएशनला काय करावं ते समजलं नाही. ना ॲम्ब्युलन्स बोलवावी म्हणून साध्या गाडीतून घेऊन गेलो आणि त्या ज्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये आम्ही गेलो ना, म्हणजे मोठं हॉस्पिटल होतं पण तिथे बेडच अवेलेबल नव्हते आणि तिथेच ऑन दी स्पॉट डेथ झाली. त्याच्यावर मी म्हणजे हा प्रॉब्लेम स्टेटमेंट होता की आपल्याला तो मिनिमम टाइम म्हणजे मॅक्झिमम टाइम सेव्ह करता आला पाहिजे, जेणेकरून आपल्याला त्या टाइममध्ये ॲम्ब्युलन्स पण भेटावी आणि आपल्याला कळावं की कुठल्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये कुठली बेड अवेलेबल आहेत का, ICU मध्ये आहेत का. मग ते आपल्याला ऑन दी स्पॉट कळावं की जेणेकरून तो टाइम वाचून आपण त्या पेशंटला आपण राईट टाइमला त्याची लाईफ वाचवू शकतो.
I take this opportunity on behalf of Department of Automation and Robotics at JSPM RSOE to express heartfelt thanks to guest of honor, Mr. Darshan Zadav. Sir, it's an honor to have you here. Your session is enlightened our students. Sir, the information shared by you is very worthwhil and students will definitely take benefit of it. The session was very engaging and hopefully it will change the way we think of problems. The insights you share on problem identification and solution finalization will really help us. I am very confident that the knowledge you got today will help us to target various hackathons. Darshan sir, thank you again for spending the whole day with us. I want to say thanks to the Institute leadership, Dr. R.K. Jain, Director RSUE for constant support. Special thanks to Dr. Avinash Padde, Head of Department Automation and Robotics for encouraging faculties and students to do out of the box things. He always focuses in connecting students to industrial peoples. Thank you, sir. I also want to say thanks to Yadav Madam, first year HOD, for providing us the infrastructure. I also want to say thanks to my team members who encourageously participated and contributed to make this workshop happen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude on this special day. Happy learning.